Hello, welcome to this profoundly life-shaping concept, which is considered the hidden superpower within you. Mental flexibility. By the end of this video guide, you will understand not only how your thinking is responsible for your reality, but also how mental flexibility helps you adapt to new circumstances and can help you succeed in your next endeavor. You will learn why mental flexibility is needed for creative thinking and innovative solutions. It is a remarkable, fascinating, and learnable skill. Let's review the what, why, and how of mental flexibility. Mental flexibility is your ability to adapt or change your thinking. It allows you to look at problems from different directions, different angles, in response to new information, changing circumstances, or unexpected challenges. If one plan fails to work, mental flexibility shows you another or more. It means letting go of rigid beliefs and thereby opening yourself to creative problem solving and new perspectives outside of your comfort zone. It allows you to grow resiliency so you can see challenges as stepping stones to overcome and a means to exploring new opportunities. A flexible mind is the platform from which you launch your creative ideas. It is the playing field where you build and test your innovations. The opposite of a flexible mind is a rigid or inflexible mind. A rigid mind does not bend out of the comfort zone and thereby hinders creative and innovative thinking. A rigid mind sees challenges as time to give up and becomes stressful. This notion tells us that mental rigidity is the root cause of giving up on potential possibilities or opportunities. Mental flexibility is a learnable skill. Only need the mental openness or willingness to try, and if you do, the hidden superpower of a flexible mind will follow. A flexible mind is the platform from which you launch your creative ideas. It is the playing field where you build and test your innovations. The environment we live in is dynamic and changes frequently. Those who can quickly adjust their mental approach not only experience less stress, but also find new paths to succeed in their ambition. Flexible thinkers are better problem solvers and innovators. Flexibility reduces anxiety and helps you remain calm. This ability to remain calm enables you to think about alternatives and often better solutions. In addition, openness to different viewpoints fosters cooperation and understanding. So there are great benefits of a flexible thinker. Creative thinking thrives on fluidity, where there is no or less mental resistance. Imagine trying to solve a problem using the same strategy, and if you get stuck, you get frustrated. But mental flexibility opens up all possibilities. Mental flexibility is the ability to shift your thinking in your direction. Adapt to new situations, consider multiple perspectives and alternatives, and let go of rigid thought patterns. Mental flexibility is what allows you to pivot when things go wrong, innovate when stuck, and explore new ideas when needed. Why it matters for creative thinking. It helps you reframe problems. You can look at the same problem from different angles, using different lenses, so you can have creative solutions. Challenge conventional and rigid assumptions. Accept ambiguity, allowing ideas to live and breathe. By doing so, you enter new mental rooms you didn't know existed. That is the hidden power of mental flexibility. Challenge your first answer. When trying to come up with a solution, challenge your first answer. Why? Because your brain loves efficiency. The first solution that it brings that pops up is often the most obvious, most familiar, not the most creative. So next time you brainstorm or trying to come up with ideas, force yourself to come up with 10 different solutions, even if some of them seems ridiculous or absurd. Often the gold is hidden around idea number 7 or 8 towards the end. For example, if you want to host a meeting about solving a problem, instead of defaulting to a Zoom or a conventional meeting structure, could you do it differently for better outcome? Could you have a walking meeting, for instance? Could you divide the group and have separate meetings and then review the outcome from each meeting? Could each person in your group send a video update? See, innovative solutions need innovative approach through flexible mind. The information in this video is taken from the book The Creative Thinker: How to Become an Effective Problem Solver. The process and techniques that great inventors possess are described in this book, which I plan to share over time on this channel. I'll also leave a link for you below. Explore the power of what if. What if we do it differently, you ask? Mental flexibility starts with curiosity. Every time you ask, what if we do it differently, you unlock your creative power. Mental flexibility means you can look at the same problem from different angles. When solving a problem, write your problem as a how can we, then flip it. So think about it. The original question might be, how can we reduce waiting time in line? This question is normal with no element of creative thinking. You can now reframe the question as, how can we make waiting more enjoyable? This approach opens up creative thinking that may lead to ideas like access to interactive screens, short audiobooks, or a coffee stand, to name a few. Be the doorman of your mind. Beware of rigid thinking that may try to enter and hinder your progress. Block them by being aware of it and reminding you of your goal. Employing and empowering the doorman in itself is an act of flexible mind and flexible thinking. Learn to let go. Practice letting go. Release attachment to being right or sticking to a single strategy. When you find yourself defending a belief, pause and ask, could there be another valid perspective? Could there be another way of doing things? Could there be another way of solving this problem? This strategy enables you to seek more knowledge and wisdom, thereby growing the mind more and more flexible. Rather than viewing mistakes or failures as time to quit, treat them as valuable lessons. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? In the context of learning in project management, problem solving, and designing, we sometimes ask students to fail early, of course with the target goal in mind. This is to learn lessons and generate better and creative ideas for effective problem solving. So setbacks are part of learning and building mental flexibility. Setbacks are not for giving up, it is to build your mental flexibility. Approach life as a continuous learning journey. The more you learn, the more flexible and empowered you become in your capacity to think creatively. By consciously directing your thinking and developing mental flexibility, you become the architect of your mental capacity, generating creative ideas, adapting to the changing needs, and becoming a better problem solver. Now I have a couple of questions for you. Question number 1. Mental flexibility is essential for creative thinking and innovative problem solving. True or false? Answer: true. Question number 2. Challenging the first obvious answer and reframing the problem are ways to employ flexible thinking. True or false? Correct, it's true. You can go back and review the part of the video where we discussed this topic. I plan to share more from the Creative Thinker book that we discussed earlier over time. See you in the next video.